If you don't see the warning signs by now, guys, then it's going to literally be too late, right? We're stepping into this new world where things are going to be centralized, supposedly. Jack tweeted out, the former Twitter CEO, move your Bitcoin off of the exchanges, guys, right? So they're just warning people ahead of time. Maybe something is incoming, I don't know. But that's interesting. Maybe regulations? We're going to be talking about it in just a minute, guys. Elon Musk says, not your keys, not your wallet, as they say. More so like, not your keys, not your coins, right? This is why we need to self-custody, right? I do have a ledger filling down description below, but here's the proof in the pudding, guys, and we're not making this stuff up, right? The reason why exchanges could be shady is because from Crypto, there is one exchange which does not credit my money, about $200,000. So this is the exchange and the story. Let's listen carefully because you don't want this to happen to you, right? And especially when you don't have a fan base, right, to support your concerns, as we see right here.
All right, everyone. Today for the Bitcoin price, as promised, I will share with you a story how an exchange has more than 200,000 US dollar worth of tokens of me and not paying it out. It's crazy. I posted it earlier, and I was actually waiting for 6 months to go public with this story because just go on my Twitter, and if you go the last 6-7 years back, I only post positive stuff, and I want to keep this with a positive side note as well because I just don't like negativity. But I feel obligated now to warn you because it's just crazy that these things are still happening. So 6 months ago, I was buying ordinals, and I also bought Audi at a much lower price than it is today. Woohoo, amazing. And I'm still having more than 80% of my ordinals. I have some on Binance, I have some on my private keys, right? And I actually, back in the days, I sent some of my Audi to Gate.io, an exchange which was first to list ordinals, Audi, hashtag Audi. And I deposited, I went on there, I went Audi, deposit, I deposited the money there, and it just didn't get credited. I was like, what the heck is going on? So I checked there's an ordinal scan, you can just check the blockchain, and you see the money is on that address. They don't want to pay it out. I had my assistant to text with them for more than 20 hours, many messages. I have all the proof there. I have the on-chain proof. This money is on the exchange, and I deposited it there on my deposit address of that exchange, on my Audi deposit address. And they are just not taking any of these things. And I didn't want to play this card that I'm this influential crypto YouTuber. So I had my assistant just very normally complain and asking for the money back. Then, of course, later on, I texted them as well on Twitter, on Telegram, told them, hey guys, resolve this. I have to go to public. I have to warn the people otherwise. And it seems like when I go there and I text them, they take it a little bit more serious.
There we go, right? So imagine if you had no base or not a following count on social media, right? And you're a quote-unquote nobody. So that's an issue, guys, right? This is why you must pay very close attention. You don't want this to happen to you in the middle of a bull run. That'll be catastrophic.
But I didn't get my money back yet, and I think if some of you are watching and you don't have this reach, you don't have this power, you cannot put out a video like I am doing here, warning people, then you have basically no power. And that's not just about this exchange, Gate.io, it's about any exchange. So keep in mind that you should put on an exchange just what you need in that moment. Ownership over your own crypto assets is extremely important.
Exactly, guys. I do have a little bit of my cryptocurrencies onto a few exchanges, guys, but just a tiny amount, right? I don't know because I'm just too lazy to move them out, but majority of it, it's out, guys, right, into self-custody wallets. Not financial advice at the end of the day.
This is the message I want to get out there. And I am not telling you that you should just boycott that exchange. I mean, who knows, maybe they come out with a statement which maybe makes the things a little bit more reasonable. But I know for myself, I'm not going to use that exchange. I'm going to take everything down there. I'm extremely annoyed after 6 freaking months. I want my money. Give me my money. And don't do this ever to anyone. It's not okay. It's not your money. You're holding it in behalf of someone. So give it back to me. And I hope that this doesn't happen to anyone else. I hope for this to be resolved. If I get back my money, I'm happy to make some kind of statement. If I'm wrong at any point, let me know. I'm happy to clarify that as well. It should be for the message for people to take ownership over their funds and to not trust any exchange with your money, right? So yeah, thank you so much.
There we go, guys. So again, we have been saying this from the beginning of time to be very careful, but I guess nobody wants to listen, right? Until it happens to them. That's where they get super serious. But if okay, so let's say we moved it out of centralized exchanges, right? And then maybe we went on to Ledger or self-custody wallets. Well, could that be safe? Well, it seems like nothing is, guys. Look at this. Basically, every single file on Ledger Live has user trackers in them. I've cleaned a bunch and there's still 310 files. Ledger really wants to know what you're doing on Ledger Live, guys. Every click, every keystroke, everything you look at gets tracked, logged, and phoned home to Ledger. You can't make that stuff up. Everything you do on Ledger Live, guys, they know, right? Ledger themselves know. Wait, what? Wow. So Ledger, like we have been saying, guys, this is what I've been saying. This is my theory that KYC will be integrated into Ledger, okay? And they're probably going to force people to show themselves, right? Why? Because, guys, this is where the world is heading towards. Remember, regulations, right? Clarity for cryptocurrencies, and then global adoption will occur. Without these things, it's not, guys, because Warren, who is it? Senator Warren, right? These people are going to keep using the negative excuses against crypto, right? Only when it's centralized, then they're going to be like, oh, okay, now it's good to go, right? But centralization, blockchain and cryptocurrencies weren't made for them to be centralized, guys. That's the funny part, right? So what I learned about hardware wallets the past few days, so could it really be only Ledger? No, guys, this is crazy. They seem to be in the user data collection business, okay? Selling hardware is just onboarding. That seems to be the front end. My view on hardware wallets has completely shifted, guys. In fact, my view on wallets in general has shifted. For example, MetaMask uses the same tracked Ledger Live does, guys. You can't make this stuff. Even MetaMask is not safe. Nothing is safe. Okay, so exchanges are not safe, right? Decentralized exchanges are probably not safe either. Self-custody wallets are not safe. Guys, what's safe anymore? We told you this is what's going to happen. This needs to happen, guys, right? For the next phase, the next step to occur, right? And remember, all these things are happening when? Right before institutions come into play publicly, okay? So my immediate conclusion is we need to urgently build wallets in native platforms outside the web browser environments. As long as it's web-based somehow, it's gonna be tracking users around. Wow, right? So this is crazy. Now, Justin, Russia introduces cross-border payments using the Tether stablecoin. Do you guys see the narrative that they're going to use? Right? This ties into this new regulation, new system type of thing. Russia introduces cross-border payments using the Tether stablecoin. Yeah, this is how and why they're going to be cracking down on cryptocurrencies, right? You guys know how America is against Russia, right? They're enemies, guys. Now, Russia likes Tether. What does that mean? Tether, USDT, Tether just minted $1 billion or 1 billion USDT, guys, at Tether Treasury. They came to save the markets. Don't you see? Right? When Bitcoin plummeted in price just recently, yesterday. As liquidity and volume dries up, the Bitcoin cartel is desperately trying to inject fake liquidity to stop prices from plummeting even further. But that's a good thing as of right now, right? But in the end, it won't be, guys, right? They're going to attack all these things until they have it all under their control. Now, Bitcoin is essentially just a giant game of musical chairs. And you guys see how this market is so fishy? Because someone knew at 6 p.m. yesterday that Elizabeth Warren was about to file this bill hitting crypto, most corrupt nation in the world, right? They plummeted the price because they knew that news were about to come in, right? And then this is what just happened. Justin, United States Senator Warren introduced this crypto quote-unquote crackdown bill, right? It's all insider trading, guys. She has a $285,000 salary each year, but her net worth is $67 million, right? Then they're gonna ban themselves before the collapse. They're not on your side, guys, right? So these people are literally killing like 10 birds with one stone. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen, guys. Warren expands coalition of banking committee support for bill cracking down on crypto's use in money laundering, drug trafficking, sanctions evasion. Oh, look what they're using, guys, right? This literally all ties in with one crypto, USDT. And USDT is now helping Russia, or Russia's implementing USDT, right? Tether. Do you guys see what's happening right now? Do you guys see? The game plan is so clear, right? I can't believe my face at this point. So the Treasury Department is making clear that we need new laws to crack down on crypto's use and enabling T groups, rogue nations, drug lords, ransomware gangs, and fraudsters to launder billions in stolen funds, evade sanctions, fund illegal weapon programs, and profit from devastating cyber attacks. I'm glad that 5 new senators are joining the fight to take action, including 3 members of the Banking Committee, right? Our bipartisan bill is the toughest proposal on the table, cracking down on crypto's illicit use and giving regulators more tools in their toolbox. What did we say the other day? Regulations will be coming in place, guys, right? Everything will be centralized and controlled. At least XRP has the green light. It's good to go. Cryptocurrencies will be made illegal from Kendra Hill many years ago. This is not a quote-unquote maybe. This is a warning. Nothing is left up to chance. Our world is always planned years in advance. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail, and failure is not an option, guys. Allowing additional currencies to exist when the world is only using one would be disruptive, so it will not be tolerated, and it will be easier to stop than you think. The illusion is that Bitcoin, for example, is untouchable. The reality is that it is government controlled through the use of mining pools. Any cryptocurrency aiming to be a decentralized digital currency will not survive. The one that we will use has already been chosen. It's 1000% XRP, right? XRP, remember, Ripple is working with them. They infiltrated, and now they're going to change the system from within. It's the craziest thing in my life, guys. This has to be this is like, imagine a movie with the craziest plot twists and storyline, right? Last but not least, from John Reed Stark, breaking news: a Binance double whammy. 1. Newly unsealed United States Department of Justice filings could mean the end of Binance. And 2. SEC files supplemental pleading against Binance, strengthening the SEC Binance lawsuit exponentially. Right? Binance is still not out of the wood yet, guys. Right? Out of the forest. Wow, that's insane. It's over for Binance fraud, right? So the end of Binance is near, it seems as. Could it be? I'm not reading all of this, guys, but I'll leave in the description below if you guys would like to investigate further. But in conclusion, they just want full control of this new asset class, like how they control stocks and every other industry in the entire world. That's where the new world is heading towards, guys. We either fight it or join them, right? And profit off of them. Not financial advice. Let us see what happens in the future. But things are accelerating, to say at least. Not financial advice, never financial advice, guys. What is that? So if you guys amazing this. See ya.